Luna Green sat by her campfire under the strange purple sky of planet Zorax, eating her dinner when she heard it. A soft whimper coming from the dense forest behind her. She turned slowly, hand hovering near her blaster. Colonizing an unknown planet meant danger could lurk anywhere. Something moved in the shadows. Luna narrowed her eyes, trying to make out the shape. It was tall, perhaps 7 feet, with a slender frame that reminded her of ancient earth drawings of elves. The creature stumbled forward, revealing itself in the firelight. Its skin glowed with a faint blue light. Long pointed ears poked through silvery hair that fell past its shoulders. Luna had never seen anything so beautiful or so clearly starving. The alien was female, at least by human standards. Her ribs showed through translucent skin, and her eyes, huge and purple, held both fear and desperation. "Hello," Luna said softly, not moving. The alien tilted her head. The translator pinned to Luna's uniform buzzed, trying to process any sounds the creature might make. The alien took another hesitant step forward, then collapsed. Her thin frame shook with what Luna recognized as hunger spasms. Without thinking, Luna grabbed her extra ration bar and approached carefully. She knelt beside the alien and offered the food. For a moment the alien stared. Then with lightning speed she snatched the bar, her long fingers examining it before taking a small bite. Her eyes widened and she devoured the rest. More, the translator suddenly spoke, making Luna jump. "Please, you speak?" Luna gasped. "Learn quick." The alien replied, her voice like wind chimes through the translator. "Hungry long time." Luna emptied her pack of all her rations. The alien ate everything, her strength visibly returning. "Thank you, human Luna Green. I am Illyria. How do you know my name? Mind touch when eat Illyria," explained, tapping her head. Connection. Now Luna should have been frightened. This was exactly the kind of first contact scenario they warned about at the academy. But something about Illyria's presence felt right somehow. A rustling in the bushes made Luna reach for her blaster, but Illyria placed a gentle hand on hers. "Friends," she said. "My little ones." From the undergrowth emerged 3 small creatures no larger than house cats. Their scales shimmered with colors. Luna had no names for wings too small for flight folded against their backs. They chirped excitedly at Illyria dragons. Luna whispered, remembering Earth legends. "Kythera," Illyria corrected. "Last of their kind like me." Her voice grew sad. "My people gone. Star sickness came from sky." Luna understood immediately. A plague, possibly from a meteor or another alien species. "And you survived." Illyria nodded. "Only me, all alone. Kythera too. No parents. I care now." The little dragons approached Luna cautiously, sniffing curiously. She remained still, allowing them to investigate. The smallest one, a purple creature with golden eyes, jumped onto her lap and purred, "He likes you." Illyria smiled. "Rare trust." Luna stroked the tiny dragon's head, feeling its warmth. "What are their names?" "No names yet. Must earn through deeds." Illyria explained. That night, Luna shared her tent with Illyria and the dragons, breaking every protocol in the colonization handbook. But the connection she felt with the alien overrode her training. As morning came, Luna knew she needed to report back to the colony base. Her absence would soon be noticed. But looking at Illyria, sleeping peacefully beside the curled-up dragons, Luna felt protective. The scientists at the base would want to study them, lock them up, maybe even hurt them. When Illyria woke, her large purple eyes studied Luna. "You worried?" she said. "It wasn't a question. I need to return to my people," Luna explained. "But I'm afraid for you." Illyria sat up, her long silver hair falling around her slender shoulders. "Your people fear different." "Yes," Luna admitted. "Many humans fear what they don't understand." Illyria was quiet for a moment, then she reached out and touched Luna's hand. "Show me your people. Through your eyes I will know if safe." Luna felt a strange sensation as Illyria connected with her mind. Images flashed between them. The colony. The people Luna knew. Commander Lilybell. Strict but fair. Dr. Sam Wilson. Kind, but curious maybe too. Curious. Illyria pulled her hand away. Some good, some not ready. She said, I stay hidden for now, you go back, come visit, bring food. She smiled, revealing teeth that were slightly pointed. Friends, Luna felt relief mixed with sadness. Yes, friends, she agreed. I will come back tomorrow. She packed up her gear, leaving most of her rations behind. The purple dragon followed her to the edge of the clearing, chirping sadly. I will be back, little one, Luna promised, scratching under its chin. As she hiked back to the colony, Luna practiced her story. Found signs of edible plants, explored further than expected. Got turned around, had to camp for the night. All true in a way, Commander Bell was waiting when she arrived. Late report green, she said, her voice stern. Sorry, Commander Luna saluted, equipment malfunction. Couldn't call in. Bell looked skeptical but nodded. Report to Dr. Wilson for checkup. Then write up your findings. Luna spent the day being examined by Dr. Wilson, answering questions about the terrain, filing reports, all the while thinking about Illyria and the dragons waiting in the forest. When night fell, she gathered supplies, food, medicine books to help Illyria learn English better, and most importantly, a communication device, so they could stay in touch. Slipping past the colony guards was easier than she expected. Most were focused on threats coming in, not someone going out. When Luna reached the clearing, Illyria was waiting, as if she'd sensed her coming. The dragons now chirped excitedly, especially the purple one who flew awkwardly to Luna's shoulder. They missed you. Illyria said, I missed them too. Luna smiled, and Illyria's blue skin seemed to glow brighter. I show you something tonight. Luna followed Illyria deeper into the forest. The dragons lighting the way with their faint bioluminescent scales. They climbed a steep hill until they reached a cliff overlooking a vast valley. Look, Illyria pointed. Below them stretched the ruins of a city. Alien architecture, broken and overgrown, but still beautiful spires that once must have reached for the stars now toppled. Bridges that spanned impossible distances now crumbled. My home, Illyria said quietly. Once many like me. Thousands, millions. Then the sky burned. Sickness came. Most died fast, some slow. Her voice broke. I watched my family fade. Mother, father, sisters all gone. Luna put her arm around Illyria's thin shoulders. How long? Many seasons. Sun rose, set. Rose, set. I count. Then stop counting. Too painful. How did you survive? Illyria touched her chest. Different inside, strange. My people say cursed. But curse saved me when others died. I lived alone until found Cathara eggs hidden by Mother Dragon before she died. 2. Luna looked at the small creatures now playing at their feet. So you're both alone. Last of your kinds, Illyria. Turned her purple eyes, reflecting the starlight. Not alone now. Have you? The words were simple, but their impact made Luna catch her breath. In that moment, under alien stars, she knew her life had changed. Forever, she had come to this planet to study it, to help colonize it, but now she had a greater purpose: to protect what remained of a dying world. The days turned into weeks. Luna made a routine mornings at the colony, working on her assigned research, evenings with Illyria and the dragons, learning about each other. She smuggled supplies from the colony base, food, medicine, and tools to make Illyria's forest home more comfortable. The dragons grew quickly. With proper food and care, they doubled in size. The purple one. Luna had started thinking of him as Violet. Though Illyria insisted he would earn his true name in time, rarely left her side. His wings strengthened enough that he could fly short distances, often landing on her shoulder. Luna taught Illyria English, while Illyria taught Luna about the plants and animals of Zorax. Many were poisonous to humans, but Illyria knew which ones were safe. Together they created a field guide more detailed than anything the colony scientists had managed. One evening, as they sat by the fire, Illyria suddenly stiffened. Her large purple eyes widened. Someone comes, she whispered. Luna grabbed her blaster from the colony. Illyria shook her head. Not your people. Different smell. The dragons sensed the danger too. They huddled close, their scales changing color to match the forest floor. camouflaging themselves. Hide, Luna told Illyria. Take the dragons. But Illyria stood her ground, reaching for the spear she had crafted. Not leave you. There was no time to argue. Luna heard the footsteps now. Too heavy for humans, too rhythmic for animals. She positioned herself behind a large tree, watching the clearing. 3 figures emerged from the forest. They walked upright but were not human. Their bodies were massive, bulky with armored plates covering gray skin. Their faces were flat with multiple small eyes clustered together. No nose, just breathing slits. Their arms ended. In clawed hands carrying advanced weapons, traitors. Illyria breathed the word so quietly Luna barely heard it. Bad ones take things. Take people. Luna knew she should run back to the colony, warn them, but that would mean abandoning Illyria and the dragons. The decision was made before she consciously thought it. She aimed her blaster at the leader and stepped into view, colony security. She announced, trying to sound official and unafraid. Identify yourselves. The aliens turned their cluster eyes, focusing on her. The largest one made a series of clicking sounds. A translator device on his armor converted it to rough English human female alone. Interesting, where colony? Behind me with 50 armed soldiers, Luna lied, hoping her face didn't betray her. Leave. Now the alien clicked something to his companions. They laughed, at least Luna thought it was laughter. Cold and mechanical lie. We scan. Only one human life sign. The leader said, his clustered eyes turned to the bushes where Illyria was hiding, and one. Zoraxian valuable. Very valuable. Luna kept her blaster aimed at them. The Zoraxian is under colony protection. The alien took a step forward. We take what we want. Human female can join too. Or die. Choice. Luna fired a warning shot. The blast hit the ground. At the alien's feet, I don't think so. What happened next was too fast for Luna to follow. The aliens raised their weapons. Illyria burst from hiding, her spear aimed at the leader. The dragons exploded from the undergrowth, no longer small and cute, but fierce with teeth bared and claws extended. The clearing erupted in chaos. Luna fired her blaster, hitting one alien in the arm. Illyria's spear found a gap in the leader's armor, penetrating deep. The dragons swarmed the third alien. Their fire breath, still small but hot enough to melt parts of his armor. The wounded aliens retreated, firing wildly as they disappeared into the forest. Luna grabbed Illyria. We need to run the colony. They might have a ship nearby. More of them. They gathered the dragons and ran deeper into the forest, away from the colony, away from where the aliens had come from. They didn't stop until they reached the ruins of Illyria's city. Safe here, Illyria said, leading them into a partially collapsed building. Many rooms, many ways. Out hard to find, Luna activated her communication device, but there was no signal. The ruins blocked transmission. She would have to return to the colony, warn them. But not tonight. Tonight they needed to rest, recover planas. Luna tended to a cut-on. Illyria's arm, the elf woman spoke. They come for me. What do you mean? Luna asked. My people, Zoraxians, rare now. Valuable traders sell to collectors for study, for breeding. She shuddered. Trade me like animal. Luna felt sick. Is that why you were alone in the forest, hiding from them? Illyria nodded. Many come before you first, one help not hurt. The purple dragon curled up in Luna's lap, its body temperature higher than normal, as if ready to fight again. Luna stroked his scales, calming him. They won't take you, I promise. Illyria studied her face. For a moment, when traitors come, I see fear. Thought you leave me. Her eyes softened. But you stay. You fight. Why? Luna thought about it, surprised by her own actions. I couldn't leave you, she said simply. You're my friend. Illyria repeated the word. More, I think. She placed her hand on Luna's family now. Share danger. Share protection. Share life. That night they took turns keeping watch. The dragons stood guard too, their senses sharper than either Luna or Illyria. When morning came, Luna knew what she had to do. I need to warn my people, she told Illyria. These traitors, they might attack the colony. Illyria nodded. We go together safer. They traveled cautiously, using paths only Illyria knew, moving through ruins and underground tunnels. Until they reached the edge of the forest near the colony, Luna could see increased activity. Guards patrolled the perimeter. Someone had raised the alert level. When they approached the gate, guards raised their weapons. "Stop," one shouted. Luna stepped forward. "It's me," Green Scout Team Commander Bell appeared, her face hard. "Explain yourself, Green. Why did you fire your weapon last night?" "Our sensors detected the energy signature I encountered. Hostile aliens," Luna explained. "They were looking for life forms. To capture trade, I had to defend myself." Bell studied her for a long moment, looking past her to where Illyria waited in the shadows with the dragons, and those she asked. Luna took a deep breath. "This is Illyria. She's native to this planet. The last of her kind, I believe. And these are Cathara indigenous creatures. She protected me from the traders." Bell's hand remained on her weapon. "You've been hiding them, protecting them," Luna corrected. "Illyria has valuable knowledge about this planet. She can help us." Bell signaled to her guards. "Bring them all inside secure area. Only," she ordered, then turned back to Luna. "We detected an unidentified ship in orbit 2 hours ago. We believe it's hostile. Inside the colony secure bunker, Luna, Illyria, and the dragons were questioned separately." Luna told the truth, mostly leaving out how long she had known Illyria. Illyria, through Luna's translator, told what she knew of the traders. Their species, the Gorvan, were known, slavers and resource pirates. They had visited Zorax. Even before the plague that killed her people, you should have reported this immediately." Bell told Luna. "We have protocols for first contact, with respect." Commander Luna said, "These protocols would have meant capturing Illyria and the dragons. For study, they aren't specimens, they're people." Dr. Wilson examined Illyria with fascination. "The last of an entire civilization," he kept saying. "And these creatures." His hand reached for one of the dragons, who hissed in response. "Extraordinary." The purple dragon stayed by Luna's side, growling at anyone who came too close. His scales had darkened from lavender to deep violet, almost black. His protective instinct touched Luna deeply. Commander Bell called a meeting of the colony leadership. "What do these traders want?" she asked Illyria Resources. Illyria answered through the translator. "New slaves, new specimens." Her hand gestured to herself. "For collections, for fighting pits." "And what do they know about our colony?" "Not much before." Luna saw weapons. "We'll report to others." "How many others?" Bell asked. Illyria closed her eyes, thinking. "Many ships. Many Gorvan hunt in packs." The colony had been established with basic defenses, but nothing that could repel a determined attack from space. "We need to prepare," Bell said. Illyria spoke quietly. Her voice translated for all to hear. "I help fight before, hide before." But now she looked at Luna. "Now have reason to fight." Luna reached for her hand, squeezing it gently. "Together," she said. "We fight together." The colony moved into emergency mode. Commander Bell ordered defenses reinforced. The few weapons they had were distributed among trained personnel. Luna worked with Illyria, mapping out hiding places in the forest if evacuation became necessary. The dragons seemed to sense the tension. Their playfulness disappeared, replaced by alertness. The purple one now stayed permanently by Luna's side. His fire breath, while still developing, was hot enough to melt metal. His size had increased until he was as large as an earth wolf. "We can't match their weapons," Bell admitted during a strategy meeting. "But we might be able to outsmart them." Illyria, who now sat at these meetings as an advisor, spoke Gorvan. "Not smart. Follow orders. No creativity. Use same tactics, always." "How do you know so much about them?" Dr. Wilson asked, suspicion in his voice. Illyria looked down. "My father studied them. Before sickness came, he was..." She searched for the word. "Speaker for all Zoraxians. Learn about threats. Learn about friends." Luna translated further. "He was like a diplomat or ambassador for her people." Bell nodded. What weaknesses do the Gorvan have? Illyria thought for a moment. Eyes, she finally said. Many small eyes cannot see well in bright light. In darkness, they rely on technology, heat sensors, motion trackers. That gives me an idea. Luna said, turning to the colony engineer Kate Walsh. Can we create light bombs, bright enough to blind their sensors? Walsh considered it. We have phosphorus flares for emergencies. We could modify them. And the forest. Bell asked Illyria, what advantages does it give us? Illyria smiled for the first time. Many tunnels under trees, old Zoraxian paths. My people built, not on any map. Gorvan too big to follow some paths. They spent the day preparing light. Bombs were assembled. Hidden tunnels mapped, emergency supplies cached throughout the forest. The colonists trained on evacuation protocols. Luna noticed some of them eyeing Illyria with suspicion, others with curiosity. Only a few with acceptance. That night, Luna found Illyria sitting alone outside the secure bunker looking at the stars. The dragons curled around her feet. The purple one immediately moved to Luna when she approached. You should sleep, Illyria said without turning. They come soon, I feel it. Luna sat beside her. How can you tell? The air smells different when Gorvan ships enter atmosphere. Burning metal, Luna had noticed Illyria's senses were much sharper than human ones. Can I ask you something? Illyria nodded, her silver hair shimmering in the moonlight. If we survive this, what will you do? Where will you go? Illyria turned, her purple eyes reflecting the starlight. No place to go. This home. Last home. What about your city? The ruins. Too many memories. Too much sadness. Luna took a deep breath. Would you stay here with us, with me? Illyria studied her face. Your people fear me, some hate what is different. Not all of us, Luna said. Some of us see beauty in difference. The purple dragon chirped softly, nudging Luna's hand. She scratched under his chin. He needs a name. She said, we can't keep calling him the purple one. Illyria smiled. He show names soon when time right. In battle maybe names must be earned. A siren blared from the colony center, breaking the moment. Commander Bell's voice came over the communication system. Ship detected entering atmosphere. Battle stations. Luna and Illyria rushed inside. The command center was filled with activity. Scanner showing a large vessel entering orbit, smaller craft breaking away headed toward the surface. They will land near water source, Illyria said, pointing at the map. Here. We're easy to establish base. Bell studied the map. That's 5 miles from here. Do we have time to evacuate? Luna shook her head. By the time we got everyone through the forest, their scouts would spot us. Illyria spoke quietly. Send only fighters to tunnels, set traps. Let them come to colony. Find it empty, then attack from below and sides. It was a strategy her people had used before. Bell realized, guerrilla warfare. Bell gave the orders. The colonists with combat training, including Luna, would use the tunnel system to circle behind the Gorvan. Those who couldn't fight would hide in the deep bunker beneath the colony. The dragons would go with Illyria serving as scouts and additional fighters. As they prepared to move out, Dr. Wilson approached Luna and Illyria. You realize, he said quietly, these dragons are remarkable specimens. If anything happens to them, their genetic material should be preserved. Luna felt anger rising. They are not specimens. Wilson continued as if she hadn't spoken. The last of an alien species. The scientific value. The purple dragon growled, sensing Luna's anger. Its wings extended, making it appear larger. Illyria placed her hand on the dragon's head, calming it. Cathara, choose who they fight for, she told Wilson. They fight for Luna, for me, not for science, not for study. Wilson backed away, but Luna could see in his eyes he had not given up the idea. They moved through the forest using the hidden paths Illyria had shown them. 20 colonists with weapons alongside Illyria, and the 3 dragons. Luna stayed close to Illyria, while Commander Bell led another group circling from the opposite direction. Through the trees, they could see the Gorvan ship landing, a massive dark vessel. Setting down in the clearing by the lake, steam rose as hot metal met the cool water. The ship was much larger than Luna had expected, capable of carrying hundreds of Gorvan. Illyria touched Luna's arm. Many, she whispered. More than before. The ramp lowered, and Gorvan soldiers began to emerge, their heavy bodies encased in armor weapons ready. The leader Luna recognized from their previous encounter stood at the front, his clustered eyes scanning the forest. Wait for them to reach the colony, Bell had ordered. Then we attack from behind. The element of surprise is our only advantage. Luna, Illyria. And the others remained hidden, watching as the Gorvan formed search parties and headed toward the colony. Luna counted at least 50 warriors, a scout. Team broke away, heading directly toward their hiding spot down. Illyria hissed, pulling Luna into a hollow beneath tree roots. The dragons pressed themselves flat, their scales changing color to match the forest floor. The Gorvan scout passed so close, Luna could smell the metallic odor of its armor. Its clustered eyes swept the area, its breathing loud through filtration slits. When it moved on, Luna released the breath she had been holding. That was close, she whispered. Illyria pointed to her ear, then to the scout. Luna understood. The Gorvan could still hear them. They waited in silence as the scouts completed their sweep and the main force moved toward the colony. The Gorvan moved with military precision, their heavy footsteps shaking the ground. Luna checked her weapon. A standard issue blaster. Not powerful enough to penetrate the heavy armor the Gorvan wore, but maybe good enough to hit the joints, the gaps. When the last of the Gorvan passed their position, they began to move, following Illyria's lead through paths so narrow the Gorvan could never follow. The dragons flew ahead, silently scouting the way. They reached their position behind the now empty colony just as the Gorvan discovered it was deserted. Luna could see confusion in their movements, the leader barking orders, search parties spreading out. Bell gave the signal. The colonists activated the light bombs, throwing them into the center of the Gorvan formation. The devices exploded with blinding intensity. Even Luna, with her eyes closed, felt the heat and brightness. The Gorvan screamed. Their clustered eyes particularly sensitive to the flash, their sensors overloaded. They fired blindly in all directions. Now Bell shouted. Luna and the others opened fire, targeting joints in the armor. Bell and her team attacked from the other side, creating crossfire. The dragons swooped down from above, the small red one igniting several Gorvan suits, the green one using its claws to tear at exposed areas, the purple one staying close to Luna, protecting her. For a moment it seemed they might win. The surprise attack had worked. The Gorvan disoriented and surrounded, but then the leader recovered. He activated a device on his arm, and the ground beneath them began to shake. More Gorvan emerged from the ship reinforcements. Their armor seemed designed to filter the light. Their weapons heavier than the first wave. Fall back, Bell ordered. But it was too late. They were surrounded. Luna found herself separated from the main group. Only Illyria and the purple dragon beside her. They backed against the wall of a colony building as 3 Gorvan advanced on them. Luna fired her blaster again and again, but the charges barely dented the reinforced armor. Illyria fought with her spear, managing to wound one in the eye cluster. The purple dragon breathed fire at another, melting part of its faceplate. But there were too many. The lead Gorvan raised his weapon, aiming at Luna. Illyria jumped in front. Just as it fired, the energy blast hit her square in the chest. She fell backward into Luna's arms. No, Luna screamed. The purple dragon roared with fury, suddenly growing larger, its wings extending, its eyes glowing with rage. It launched itself at the Gorvan leader, breathing fire directly into the creature's face. The Gorvan screamed as its head melted inside its helmet. The other Gorvan backed away, momentarily stunned by the dragon's transformation. Luna held Illyria, whose blue skin had turned pale. Her purple eyes fluttered. "Stay with me," Luna pleaded. "You can't die." Illyria reached up, touching Luna's face with a trembling hand. "Family, protect family," she whispered. Her hand fell away. Luna felt something break inside her. A dam of emotion she hadn't known existed. The purple dragon landed, beside them, its eyes fixed on Illyria, its body trembling with what seemed like grief. Then something amazing happened. The dragon placed its head on Illyria's chest. A soft glow emanated from its scales, spreading to cover Illyria's body. Luna watched in disbelief as the wound in Illyria's chest began to close. The color returned to her skin. Her eyes opened. The Gorvan regrouped, pressing the attack. Luna helped Illyria to her feet, while cradling the weakened dragon now named Valorian. They needed shelter, a place to recover. "This way," Illyria said, pointing to a small maintenance shed nearby. They made it inside, just as another wave of Gorvan troops marched past. Through a small window, Luna could see the battle was not going well for the colonists. Several had been captured. Others lay wounded. Commander Bell continued to fight, coordinating the remaining. "Defenders, we need help," Luna said. "We need to contact Earth, send a distress signal." Illyria, who sat with Valorian on her lap, looked up. "The communication array, it's on the other side of the colony. We would never make it." Luna checked her portable communicator. Still no signal. The Gorvan were likely jamming transmissions. Illyria suddenly stiffened, her purple eyes widening. "Luna," she whispered, "they are looking for me." "What do you mean?" "The Gorvan leader before he died." I heard his thoughts. "They know what I am. Last Zoraxian worth more than whole colony." Luna peered out the window again, seeing the Gorvan searching buildings systematically. They would find them eventually, the other dragons. "Where are they?" Luna asked. Illyria closed her eyes, reaching out with her mind. "They hide with your people. Below ground. Safe for now." Luna tried to think, what would the Gorvan do if they captured Illyria? Sell her as a specimen to collectors? Keep her for breeding experiments? The thought made her sick. "We need a distraction," she said. "Something to draw them away long enough for us to reach the communication array." Valorian stirred on Illyria's lap, his eyes opening, his wings twitching. He chirped weakly. "No," Illyria said firmly. "He too weak, lost too much energy, saving me." Luna looked around the shed, searching for anything useful. There were basic tools, a few spare parts for colony equipment, nothing that could help against armored aliens. Then she noticed something, a ventilation shaft leading under the colony. A small access point for maintenance, too small for a human, but maybe. "The dragons," Illyria said, following her gaze. "They could fit." Luna nodded. "Can you call the others? Ask them to create a distraction. Far from here." Illyria closed her eyes again, reaching out to the other dragons. After a moment, she nodded. "They come." Minutes later, they heard commotion from the far side of the colony. Gorvan troops running, shouting. Luna peered out to see flames erupting from several buildings, the red and green dragons swooping and diving, breathing fire onto the Gorvan. Now, Luna said. "They are distracted." They slipped out of the shed, Illyria carrying Valorian, Luna leading the way. They kept to shadows, moving between buildings. Twice they had to freeze as Gorvan patrols ran past, heading toward the distraction. The communication array stood in the center of the colony, a tall antenna with a control station at its base. 2 Gorvan guards remained posted despite the chaos. Luna assessed their options. A frontal assault would fail. The Gorvan were too well armed, but perhaps. She pointed to a drainage ditch that ran near the array. "We can use that for cover. Get close enough for one good shot." They crawled through the ditch, mud and water soaking their clothes. But it got them within 20 feet of the guards. Luna raised her blaster, took careful aim, and fired. The shot hit the first guard in a gap between helmet and body armor. He fell without a sound. The second guard turned, looking for the source of attack. Luna fired again, but missed. The guard raised his weapon before he could fire. Something small and green dropped from above. The green dragon landing on his helmet, breathing fire into his eye clusters. The guard screamed, clawing at his face before collapsing. The green dragon chirped triumphantly before flying off to rejoin the battle. Luna and Illyria rushed to the communication array. Luna began typing commands into the console while Illyria kept watch. Valorian, still weak, curled around her shoulders. A Gorvan patrol spotted them. They began running toward the array, weapons raised. "Hurry," Illyria urged Luna, worked frantically, bypassing security protocols, setting up the emergency beacon. The system was designed to send a powerful burst transmission that could reach Earth ships even through jamming. Just a few more seconds. The Gorvan were almost upon them. Illyria picked up a fallen weapon too heavy for her to use properly. But she held it ready. The console beeped. Message sent, Luna said in relief too late. The lead. Gorvan snarled in broken English. His weapon aimed at Luna's heart. Valorian suddenly leapt from Illyria's shoulders, his small body glowing with renewed energy. He landed between Luna and the Gorvan. His wings spread, his eyes blazing. He was still too weak, too small to fight, but he stood his ground. The Gorvan laughed. A pet protects you, he mocked. Then the ground shook, a deep rumble that Luna felt in her bones. At first she thought it was more Gorvan ships arriving, but the sound came from below. Bunker, Luna whispered. The ground erupted as something massive burst through. The colonists had been hiding a secret, a mining drill repurposed as a weapon. It tore through the earth directly beneath the Gorvan patrol, sending them flying. Commander. Bell emerged from the hole, weapon raised behind her, Dr. Wilson and other colonists. They had tunneled from the bunker, creating their own surprise attack. The battle turned chaotic. Colonists fighting alongside dragons, the Gorvan struggling to regroup. Luna, Illyria, and Valorian joined the fight. The message had been sent, but it would take time for help to arrive. They needed to hold out. In the confusion, Luna lost sight of Illyria. She fought her way through Gorvan soldiers, searching desperately. Where was she? Scream cut through the noise. Luna turned to see Dr. Wilson dragging Illyria toward the colony lab. The scientist had a blaster pointed at her head. Luna ran after them, Valorian flying ahead. They reached the lab just as Wilson locked. The door. Luna pounded on the metal surface. Wilson, opened this door. His voice came through the intercom. I am securing a valuable specimen. The last of her kind. She belongs to science. Luna felt rage building. Wilson. Illyria is a person, not a specimen. Silence. Then the dragons too, he said. They are the scientific discovery of a lifetime. I will be famous for documenting them. Luna looked at Valorian, who was scratching at the door trying to get to Illyria. Can you burn through? She asked him. The small dragon tried. His fire breath was hot, but the metal door was too thick. He was still weak from healing. Illyria. Luna looked around for another way in. The lab had been designed to contain hazardous materials. Security was tight. Then she remembered the ventilation system. She found an access panel in the corridor, pulling it open. Valorian understood immediately. He squeezed into the duct. Luna, following the sound of his movements through the metal. Inside the lab, Wilson had strapped Illyria to an examination table. She fought against the restraints but was still weak from her injury. Wilson prepared syringes and scanning equipment. We will start with blood samples, he said, then tissue. I need to document everything about your species before. A clang from the air. Duct interrupted him. Valorian burst into the room. Wings spread, teeth bared, his small size belied his fury. Wilson reached for his blaster, but the dragon was faster. Fire struck the scientist's hand, making him drop the weapon. Wilson screamed, backing away. Luna emerged from the duct moments later, her own weapon trained on Wilson. Release her, she ordered. Dr. Wilson, eyes wide with fear, or perhaps madness, shook his head. You don't understand the scientific value. Luna kept her blaster steady. I understand perfectly. You betrayed us all for your own glory. Outside, the sounds of battle continued. The colony would not survive much longer. Even with the surprise counterattack, Luna needed to get Illyria and the dragons to safety. As if reading her thoughts, Illyria spoke. They come, she said. Who? Luna asked. The Gorvan leader, she clarified. Many more. Many ships. Luna went cold. How long? Illyria closed her eyes. Days, maybe less. Wilson laughed bitterly. Fools. We will all die or be taken. The specimens will be lost. Luna ignored him, freeing Illyria from the restraints. They needed a plan. Earth ships would not arrive in time if more Gorvan were coming. Illyria stood shakily, Valorian flying to her shoulder. There is a way, she said, but dangerous old Zoraxian weapon, hidden in city ruins. Luna looked at her. What kind of weapon? Illyria seemed reluctant to speak of it. My people, not warriors. Not violent, but when stars threatened us, built defenses never used. Then plague came. Too late. Wilson stepped forward, interest overriding his fear. A weapon that could defeat the Gorvan where Illyria ignored him, speaking only to Luna. Deep in ruins, central chamber. Protected needs. Zoraxian blood to activate. We should tell Commander Bell. Luna said she would want to know. Illyria shook her. Head weapon dangerous, could destroy all. Not just Gorvan need right hands, need care. Luna understood Illyria didn't trust the humans with such power. Bell was a soldier. She would use any means necessary to protect her people. But at what cost? What should we do? Luna asked. Illyria looked at Valorian, then at Luna. We go now while Gorvan find weapon, I control it. Target only ships. Wilson moved to block the door. You aren't going anywhere. The weapon will be studied properly. Luna raised her blaster again. Step aside, Dr. Wilson sneered. You won't shoot me, Green. You're a scientist, not a soldier. Luna felt Valorian's weight on her shoulder, his warm presence giving her strength. She wasn't a soldier, but she would protect her family. I don't want to shoot you, Wilson. But I will if I must. For a tense moment they stood facing each other. Then Wilson slowly stepped aside. Luna, Illyria, and Valorian left the lab, heading toward the colony's edge. Beyond the battle toward the ancient ruins and a weapon that might save them all or destroy everything. The journey to the ruins was treacherous. Gorvan scouts patrolled the forest seeking any colonists who had escaped Luna, and Illyria moved silently using the hidden paths. Valorian flew ahead scouting, returning with soft chirps to warn of danger. Other two dragons found them halfway to the ruins. The red one injured a wing, bent at an awkward angle. The green one exhausted but unharmed. They greeted Illyria with quiet chirps, nuzzling against her. Valorian touched his head to each of theirs. A silent communication passing between them. Night fell as they reached the outskirts of the ancient city. The ruins looked different in darkness. Shadows giving depth to crumbled buildings, moonlight reflecting off broken crystals that once powered the mighty civilization. This way, Illyria said, leading them down what was once a grand avenue. Now overgrown with alien vegetation, the dragons spread out around them, alert for danger. They reached a central plaza where a massive domed building stood, partially collapsed yet still magnificent. Illyria paused, her purple eyes reflecting starlight. My people's heart, she said softly. The place of knowing Luna looked at the structure, its architecture unlike anything human hands had built, organic yet precise, beautiful, despite its decay. What was it? Illyria searched for words in her limited English knowledge. Home, learning place, library, but more. Where past meets future, where children learn ancestors. Wisdom, a university, or temple. Luna suggested. Illyria nodded, and beneath weapon chamber, hidden, protected. She pointed to an entrance half buried under rubble. We must clear path. They worked together, moving stones and debris. The dragons helped too. The red one despite its injury. The green one using its strong legs to push larger pieces. Valorian melting metal obstructions with his fire breath. Finally they cleared enough space to enter. Illyria hesitated, her hand tracing symbols carved beside the doorway. Haven not entered since before sickness, she said. My father brought me once when small. Show me people's history. Now I bring destruction. Luna touched her arm gently. We're not destroying. We're protecting life over ruins. Illyria nodded, determination replacing sadness. Yes, family, protect family. Inside, the building was dark, but the dragon scales provided soft bioluminescence, illuminating their path. They descended worn stairs, going deeper beneath the city. The air grew cooler, filled with strange scents. Luna recognized some as chemical preservatives, others completely alien. They reached a large circular chamber, its walls covered in writings and diagrams. In the center stood a pedestal, with what looked like a control panel. Crystal technology. Luna realized, not electronic, but something more advanced. Illyria approached it reverently. The dragons remained close to her, seeming to understand the importance of this place. The weapon sleeps, she said, pointing to markings on the floor beneath them. Not here, below. Many levels down. This is Control Luna studied, the ancient technology. How does it work? Illyria placed her hand on the crystal panel. It reads, life. Reads mind. Zoraxian mind. Knows friend from enemy. She looked at Luna with concern. Weapon powerful. Can destroy ships in sky. Can destroy more, if not. Careful Luna understood the danger. Such power needed precise control. Tell me what to do. How to help Illyria guided Luna to stand beside her. The dragons positioned themselves at 4 points around the pedestal, forming a circle. Need blood, she said, simply. She pricked her finger on a sharp edge of the control panel, letting blue blood drip onto the crystal. The chamber hummed to life. Lights appearing in the walls. The crystal glowing with inner fire. Illyria's eyes closed, her face serene yet focused. The hour. Crystal spoke. Not in words, but in images Luna saw through Illyria's mind connection. The weapon below, massive engines dormant for centuries. Technology that could harness the planet's core energy, directed upward as a beam of pure destruction. Luna gasped at the scale of it. Your people built this. Illyria nodded. Never used. Too powerful, too final. But now she opened her eyes. I see Gorvan ships. Many coming soon will take all life from Zorax. Harvest planet, leave nothing like before on other worlds. Through their connected minds, Luna understood. The Gorvan were not just slavers. They were planet killers, stripping worlds of resources, leaving them barren. The connection deepened. Luna saw Illyria's memories, her family dying of the plague, her centuries alone, the pain of being the last, her joy at finding the dragon eggs, her fear when meeting Luna, the growing love for her human friend, and Luna shared too, her excitement at exploring new worlds, her loneliness despite being surrounded by other colonists, her instant connection to Illyria, the protective feeling for the dragons, the sense of finally belonging. The crystal pulsed brighter, responding to their shared emotion. The dragons added their consciousness to the link, their simpler minds focused on protection, loyalty, family. Suddenly alarms blared from the crystal. Illyria tensed. They come, she said, many ships. Entering orbit through the crystal, they could see it. The Gorvan fleet. 5 massive ships approaching, Zorax weapons primed for attack. The colony would be destroyed. Everyone taken or killed. Illyria began the activation sequence, her hands moving over the crystal controls with instinctive knowledge. The chamber vibrated, the air charged with energy. Luna watched in awe as the ancient technology responded. Each dragon adding its energy to the building power, Valorian glowing brightest of all. Deep below them something awakened, a rumble that shook the ruins. The weapon powering up after centuries of silence. On the crystal display, they could see the Gorvan ships now in orbit. Their scanners surely detecting the energy buildup. Smaller craft launching, heading toward the ruins. Illyria worked faster, her hands dancing across controls, her face strained with concentration. Weapon. Locks on ship, she said. Target largest first. The crystal showed the targeting system aligning. A beam of energy ready to launch upward. But something was wrong. Luna could feel it through their connection. The weapon was unstable after so much time. The targeting system fluctuating. It will destroy more than ships. Illyria said, her voice tight with concern. May damage planet. May hurt colony. Luna looked at the display, seeing both the Gorvan ships and the distant lights of the human colony. How precise? Can you make it? Illyria shook her head. Too much power, too little control. Not enough focus. Valorian chirped loudly, drawing their attention. He flew to the center of the crystal, placing his small claws on its surface. His body began to glow brighter than Luna had ever seen. His eyes fixed on Illyria, communicating something. Illyria gasped, understanding dawning. He offers to guide beam. Be focus. Luna didn't understand. What does that mean? Sacrifices self. Illyria explained. Dragons can become energy pure. Energy Valorian will join with weapon, guide it. Ensure only ships hit. No, Luna protested. There must be another way. Valorian chirped again, more insistent. The crystal display showed the Gorvan ships preparing to fire on the planet. The first blasts would hit within minutes. Illyria touched Luna's hand. He chooses. This his name moment. His great deed. She had tears in her eyes. Dragons live for purpose. Find meaning in protection. Valorian flew to Luna, landing on her shoulder. His warm body pressed against her cheek, his chirp soft, almost a purr. Luna felt his emotions through the crystal connection. Determination, love, courage. She stroked his scales, one last time. Then he must choose his name. Valorian, she whispered, was right name. Life giver. Gives life to all of us. The small dragon chirped in agreement, then flew back to the crystal. His body glowing brighter, transforming his physical form, dissolving into pure energy, merging with the ancient weapon, the chamber filled with blinding light, the crystal control panel now pulsing with power, perfectly stable. Perfectly focused, Illyria worked the controls with renewed precision. On the display they watched as energy gathered deep within the planet, then erupted upward, a beam of pure light, shooting into space. It struck the largest Gorvan ship. The vessel exploded silently in the vacuum. The beam adjusted, targeting the next ship, then the next. Perfect precision. No wasted energy. No collateral damage. The Gorvan fleet tried to escape, but the weapon was too fast, too accurate. One by one the ships were destroyed until only debris remained. When it was done, the energy beam faded. The crystal dimmed, returning to dormancy. Illyria removed her hands from the controls, tears streaming down. Her face, he is gone, she said. Luna felt empty. Valorian had saved them all. But at what cost? She reached for Illyria's hand. The remaining dragons pressed close, offering comfort in their warmth. They left the chamber, climbing back to the surface outside. Dawn was breaking, the sky clear of Gorvan ships, the forest peaceful once more. They made their way back to the colony, finding it damaged, but standing Commander Bell greeted them with surprise and relief. "We thought you were dead," she said. Then looked at the sky. Something destroyed the Gorvan fleet. What happened? Luna and Illyria exchanged glances. "A guardian protected us," Luna said simply. In the days that followed, reconstruction began. The colony and Illyria formed an official alliance. Human technology. Combined with Zoraxian knowledge, Dr. Wilson was confined to quarters pending return to Earth for trial. Luna and Illyria created a sanctuary in the forest for the remaining dragons, a place where they could grow and perhaps one day find others of their kind. One evening, as they sat watching the sunset, Luna noticed something strange about the green dragon. It was glowing slightly, its scales shifting color. Illyria smiled. "Is time?" she said. "Egg?" Comes. Luna stared in disbelief. The dragon was female, going to lay an egg, but how? "Without a mate, dragons different," Illyria explained. "Once in life can create new life alone when needed, when family needs growing."